Hello again. This final video is going to be talking about your final project. And under Module 1 you will see that there is information for Final Project Guidelines video, which is this video, and it'll be linked and you can see the YouTube video there. You will also notice information as far as the rubric for the final project. That rubric I use for different activities that we do in the class, forum posts, and then the final project. All of it is included in the rubric. If you click on this link, you can see the rubric for the course. If you want to see where the information is for the final project, here is the information for that. When I look at this, I am pretty broad in my rubric, as you can see, going from A to F, 12 points to 7 or below, excellent to unsatisfactory. But when I look at your final project, I'm going to be looking at all the components of the final project are complete and all expectations are met. So if you give a concerted effort and you are doing all elements, you have all components of the final project complete, then you will likely end up in this square of the rubric. To go back though, another really important piece of information for your final project is each week you will submit part of your final project, as I mentioned. So for week 1, your problem statement, your assignment submission is going to be right here. And like I said, I don't care about what the format is. You will be working off of a Google Doc. You can make a copy of it and edit it. So you might have a Google Doc link that you submit, or if you want to do it in Word pages, you want to create a PDF, whatever you'd like to do, you can add that link, or you can submit that file here. This is a teacher view, so you won't actually get to see the submission button, but you will see a submit button, I believe, right around here, and then you can add your information. That is due on Sunday by 11:55 p.m. Now, as far as the final project goes, when we click on this, you won't necessarily be able to click on the link, but it's going to take you to the actual Drive folder right now. But once this video is finalized, this link will take you to the video, this YouTube video, but also, actually I might embed the YouTube video under this link, so maybe I'll just create a resource page instead of an external URL. That way you'll see the video on top, and then you will see the link to the Google Drive folder. But anyway, for the sake of showing you where everything is at for the final project, you will go to this Google Drive folder. You will see here, you can open this in your Drive, you can add this to your Drive. But when we open this in Drive, essentially what I want you to do is to start here, go through the problem-based inquiry process. If you want to learn more about the problem-based inquiry process, you can click on this link, and then I'll give you some information. But basically, we're going to be finding a problem you want to solve in the classroom, or in your teaching, or in the district that relates to the content of, or in your district, because some of you are not in the classroom anymore. And I want it to relate to the content of our course. You will complete one assignment each week as part of the problem-based inquiry process, as I mentioned before. Each week has an assignment folder containing instructions. You probably noticed that in this location. You have access to all these. I will not necessarily reintroduce any of the topics until the week of, so you can look in these, but it might not be fully updated until the week of that part of the process. And as far as what is in that folder, it contains instructions, a form, or some sort of worksheet, if you will, to complete. It has assignment examples. I don't have a ton of examples yet, but you are kind of my first students in this course, so you might be my guinea pigs. You will probably have some of the first examples that I can show. And then lastly, there's a link to the rubric that I will use to grade you for each part of the final project. As I mentioned before, the due dates are Sunday at 11:55 p.m. and these are the 4 different things that you will be submitting each Sunday. Now when we go into the specific folder, you'll notice here you have your problem statement form. You can fill this out and turn it into Moodle. Since you only have viewing rights, you have to file and make a copy so you can have your own editable form document. I think it's pretty self-explanatory here. You fill out all the information. I want to know the context though. I want to know your setting that you're working with. what type of learners you have in the classroom. This is all helpful as far as why formative assessment is important to addressing the needs of your setting and your context. When you state the problem, what is the problem that you're trying to solve, and why is it important to you? That's really important here. We need to have a purpose. We've been trying to establish the why behind formative assessment, basing it off of our prior experiences, but also thinking about how formative assessment can help us make instructionally sound decisions. So is there a problem that's going on for you or maybe the teachers you work with? What is that problem? Why is it important to you? That'll help us further finalize our problem statement form. Again, the last little part here is clearly state what you want to solve and why. You have your goal, you have your professional outcomes that are going to come of it, but then also you have your learner outcomes. These are very important. As we've learned at the start of the course, formative assessment, the learner outcomes are really important, and formative assessment helps drive our learners to specific outcomes. And then lastly, references. When you are establishing your approach, it is nice to have some references or some credible sources to back up what you're planning to do. And as you do research on this, I would appreciate you putting the references in this location. I've taught MLA citations. I've been a student in APA and MLA. I'm not going to be too picky about that, but if you do have some sort of citation, that would be appreciated, especially if it's coming from maybe an AE online resource. That would be helpful. I know a lot of those have the MLA citations at the bottom. So that is the form you will fill out, and you will submit by this Sunday by 11:55 p.m. If you need some support with the problem statement, should have started with this one, but these problem statement instructions, you can go through this and start thinking about, how do I come up with a problem statement? And the big thing here is considering these 7 questions. As you complete the problem statement form, consider the following questions to help you with your problem statement. What is this course going to be able to help you do as you integrate effective formative assessments with tech tools? And use these 7 questions to help drive your problem statement work. If you have any other questions, please let me know. If you cannot access something, I try to keep it as simple as possible, but I know that things get lost in translation and sometimes links don't work, and it's a new thing for me, and I want to make sure that you are set up for success. So if you cannot find anything, please contact me and let me know. Thank you.